After Moses, God chose Joshua to lead his people. Joshua was kind, brave, and loved God very much. One morning, Joshua looked out at the land God had promised. It was big and beautiful, but there were strong cities ahead, and Joshua didn't know how they would win. Then God spoke to him. "Be strong and brave," God said. "I will be with you wherever you go." Joshua smiled. He didn't feel afraid anymore. God was with him, and that made all the difference. The first city they came to was Jericho. It had giant walls made of stone. The gates were locked tight. No one could get in, no one could get out. The people inside Jericho were scared. They had heard how God helped the Israelites escape Egypt. Now God was leading them to Jericho. Joshua looked at the walls. They were too big to climb, too strong to break. But Joshua remembered God's words, "Be strong and brave." One evening, Joshua saw a man with a sword. "Are you on our side?" Joshua asked. The man said, "I am the commander of God's army." Joshua bowed down. He knew this was a messenger from heaven. The commander gave Joshua a plan. March around the city once a day for 6 days. On the 7th day, march 7 times, then blow your horns and shout. It was a strange plan, but Joshua trusted God. The next morning, Joshua told the people, "We will march around the city. Don't talk, just walk." So they marched once around Jericho. The priests carried the Ark of the Covenant, which held God's presence. Everyone walked in silence. The people of Jericho watched from the walls. "What are they doing?" they whispered. But the Israelites didn't stop. They marched once, then went back to camp. For 6 days, the Israelites marched around the city once. No shouting, no fighting, just walking. The people inside Jericho grew more nervous. "Why are they doing this?" they asked. But Joshua knew he was following God's plan. Inside Jericho lived a woman named Rahab. She had helped Israelite spies escape the city. They told her, "Tie a red rope in your window. You and your family will be safe." Rahab believed in God. She tied the rope and waited. Her heart was full of hope. On the 7th day, the Israelites woke up early. This time, they marched around the city 7 times. The priests held their trumpets. The people walked with quiet hearts. They trusted God. After the 7th lap, Joshua raised his hand. "Now," he said, "blow your horns, shout!" The priests blew their trumpets. The people shouted with joy and faith. Suddenly, the ground shook. The walls of Jericho cracked and crumbled. Crash! Boom! The mighty walls fell down. God had done a miracle. The city was open. Joshua kept his promise to Rahab. Her house was safe, her family was saved. The battle was won, not with swords, but with faith. Joshua and the people thanked God. They sang songs and danced with joy. They had followed God's plan even when it seemed strange, and God had helped them. At night, Joshua sat with the children. He told them stories about God's power. He talked about the Red Sea, the manna from heaven, and the walls of Jericho. The children listened with wide eyes. They wanted to follow God too. And today, we remember Joshua and Jericho, not just as a story, but as a promise. When things feel hard, we can trust God. When problems seem big, we can pray and believe. God's plans may surprise us, but they always lead to good. So be strong, be brave, just like Joshua, because with God, every wall can fall.